Greetings from the two of us. I am Russ Hatfield and she is Kara, a higher dimensional member of Ashtar Command and ambassador to Sirius. She's also my twin soul and mother of our children. For March, we have an editorial that is all about evolution. It's called Rehearsal for Ascension. For our thoughts this month, we look at the process of evolution between dimensions and the differences we've seen. We have examples of lives very much like our own on higher dimensions, and getting there is just a matter of evolution. What we like to point out is that those experiences we share of a life on a higher dimension is to prepare those wishing to ascend a valuable preview. Living life as they do ahead of time is just logical. For a full transcript of this latest editorial, please go to our main homepage at HadesBasedNews.com. We invite you to subscribe to be kept informed of future postings on our YouTube channel from the members of Ashtar Command. And now we present Dress Rehearsal for Ascension. One of the reasons the creation of the Ashtar Command archives is to listen to those on a higher dimension and the lives they live, because that is the goal of evolution, moving up in dimensions. While the human race may ascend as a group one day, individual ascension takes place all the time. Also, what takes place is those who have been in a higher dimension incarnating back to the third to teach and learn the lessons on a lower dimension again. So between the archives and all the other channelings found on the internet, there are a myriad of examples on the differences between dimensions. Every minute is an opportunity to learn about higher dimensional life and, if possible, emulate it on this dimension. We have found that the closer you get, the happier you are. That's an important point and something we want to focus on throughout this editorial. This is serious stuff because it involves real life, but it also has to be fun at the same time, or lose the humor needed to get through the lessons that can be expected to be experienced. Here, we go then to get ready for the real thing. Now, if it isn't already obvious, a person's thoughts and the creation of reality go hand in hand. Managing one's thoughts is the first step in managing one's creation. It's been shown that negativity usually brings about negative outcomes, and it also shortens a person's life. For all practical purposes, it is best to just think of thoughts as manifestants waiting to be activated. Thought forms are just that. Creative energy expanding out like from an epicenter of an earthquake. Waves of mental energy molding the fabric of reality. It acts like magic, but it's just synchronicity between conscious desires and unfolding reality. It's all one long story with Ascension as the final result. That one can study the lives of those who have already ascended is a major asset that can make the differences in lives that seem too short to accomplish all that is needed. The manifestation of reality is one way to both extend the amount of time needed to learn and make the learning easier with a positive outlook. One way to study the lives of those who have already ascended is through the many sources available on the internet, and of course, the Ashtar Command archives, where residents of a higher dimension gave us an inside look into their lives. Take, for example, the lives of two main speakers of the archives, the sisters Tanaka, Kara and Kiri. Both grew up on higher dimensional Sirius and were taught from the womb about their lives to come. Some would see it as a highly regimented lifestyle, but it has been in place for hundreds of thousands of years and basically consists of everyone looking out for everyone else and helping to ensure a productive environment for future learning. Benefits they have, those in the third dimension don't have, would be a recollection of past lives, telepathy, and psychic gifts. Take away those, you still have everything needed to assist in one's own ascension. Those things in common are a knowledge that everything is happening as it should, thinking of others before oneself, meditation, manifestation, and the knowledge handed down by those who have already ascended. That isn't to say that all of the above will take place in a single life. Immortal beings don't experience death, just waiting periods between corporal existences. Each existence is linked going back to the beginning and continuing on, gaining experiences and lessons with each life. Here is the funny thing though. The Ashtar Command archives paint a picture of millions of people on 2 different planets living lives very much like those here on Earth with just a few extra advantages. So really, it isn't the dimension you live on that is important, but making the most of the dimension you're in is the key to living in the moment. That is the most crucial lesson of all when preparing for Ascension. It's not the place or the people, but learning the most from both of those is what matters. The place one finds oneself in and the people all around are there for a reason, which has backstories one has to assume will have meaning someday. It's just a matter of not living in that moment just gone and instead staying in the present. The set is ready and the players are in their places. Dress rehearsal has begun. In love, light, and wisdom as one, Russ and Kara.